Hey guys, you ready for my big haul? A lot of people have been asking about it, and I know it's very late at night, and I've already put up some other videos, but I wanted to get those out of the way, and then I had some running around to do. I actually got another bookcase today. Yay, I'm so excited. So that bookcase is going to be for all the books I've already read, so that way they're not in those totes anymore, and I can actually display them on the bookcase and admire them, because that's the whole reason why I buy the books. So anyways, this video is probably going to be in two sections, because I don't want to just fly through the books. I actually want to tell you a little bit about them, if they're not something that's real familiar. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the books I got from Amazon. I got 4 books from Amazon. The first one I got was the second book in the Midnighter series by Scott Westerfeld. So I got the first one, and then this is the second one. And I do love these covers. And I love this color, but look at her eye. And then it shows a better one. So I got that. The next book I got was only $2.77. So that was the one thing that made me get it. The second thing was the cover, of course. And then the third thing was the story. Actually sounded pretty good. It's called Crazy in Love, and it's by Dandy Daly McCall. And I know that I read another book by her, and I don't think I really cared for the book too much. It was actually a book that had I think it was 4 different characters, and so there was 4 different books, and each book told that character's point of view of some event that happened. So you had to read like all the books to get the whole idea of what happened, and I don't know, I didn't care for the one I read. But anyways, yeah, so that is so cool, I think. And the barcode on this is slanted. It's just a neat, and then I just noticed that love, the O in love is actually lip prints. So yeah, it's a pretty neat book. And this one says, high school senior Mary Jane Edermeyer has been struggling to be the good girl for a long time. To date, she's proud to say she's been able to keep her pledge of abstinence. Not that anyone has challenged it, but that's another story. But when the cutest guy in school starts flirting with her, she suddenly finds herself crazy in love, even though A, her inner plain Jane tells her Jackson House can't possibly think she's cute, so this must be a joke. B, her inner sexy MJ is questioning her vow to keep herself pure until marriage. C, hot Jackson House shouldn't even be talking to her because he already has a girlfriend. D, her friends warn that her reputation is at stake. E, her parents sit her down for the talk. Which are all good reasons why she should never speak to Jackson again, except that every time she sees him, all of her resistance seems to melt away. How does an ordinary girl navigate the world of love with the hottest guy at school? With perception, honesty, and plenty of humor, best-selling author Dandy Daly McCall deftly explores that wild roller coaster of a ride, also known as first love. So that just sounds good. It is like 230-something pages, and the text is pretty big. So the next book I got, I was debating against this book or another series, which I'm still going to get the other series. I just didn't know which one I wanted to start with. So this is the first book in the Day by Day Armageddon series by J.L. Bourne. It's a zombie book, and the other series I want to get to is a zombie book or zombie series, and that one's actually the Plague of the Dead by Z.A. Recht. And this one's actually written in like journal form, so it's kind of neat. It's not very long. It's actually just under 200 pages. But this had like high ratings, so I'm really excited to read it. The last book I got from Amazon is Unearthly by Cynthia Hand. This is for my debut author challenge, and I believe it's the first angel book I am going to be reading. There's a lot of good reviews on it, and you have to admit that this cover is just amazing. And anybody that knows me knows that I go by covers. I absolutely love covers. So and I do like the cover underneath the flat thing there. It's gray, and it says Unearthly. If there's anything on this main book, I just think it's neat. And then you got that there. And then this, of course, like I said, is about angels. This has been hugely talked about, so I'm sure everybody knows what this book's about. Okay. Now for my book closeouts. The first thing, I actually ordered 2 calendars. All their 2011 calendars are 99 cents. I ordered one for my daughter and one for me. And the one for me was a book lover's calendar. but when I got my order today, I realized it wasn't there. So I went back into my order to see if maybe I decided not to get it at the last minute, but they were actually out of them by the time I ordered mine, so it was kind of sucked. So the one my daughter got was like cute animals. And these are actually nice desktop calendars. You can hang it on the wall too, but they're nice. They're really nice. They're not like cheesy or flimsy or that. So just like some pictures. So yeah, so that one is actually cute. So yeah. Okay, the rest of them are books. I actually separated them to hardback and paperback. So I'm going to do the hardback, and then the next video will be a paperback. First one I got, I've really been looking at, and book close-ups hate it, so I was really excited. Get Well Soon by Jilly Halpern. And it's a really cute book cover too. Look at that. So I liked that. This one says, Anna Bloom is depressed. So depressed that her parents have committed her to a mental hospital with a bunch of other messed up teens. Here she meets a roommate with a secret and a plastic baby. A doctor who focuses way too much on her weight, and a cute, shy boy who just might like her. But wait, being trapped in a loony bin isn't supposed to be about making friends, losing weight, and having a crush, is it? In her fiction debut, Julie Halpern finds humor in the unlikeliest of places and presents a character whose voice and heart will resonate with all of us who have ever felt just a little bit crazy. So this I've heard good reviews on too. So, and this also is just under 200 pages. I think most of these books I got are not that long. There's a few that are a little bit longer, but so that I can't wait to read. The next book I got is called Choices by Deborah Lynn Jacobs, which is another neat cover. Another skinny little book. This one says, consumed by guilt over her brother's death, Kathleen shifts among alternate universes in an attempt to find one in which he is alive. Choices begins in one timeline, then fractures into multiple universes with every decision Kathleen makes. Soon she is no longer certain whose world she is in or whose life she is living. Kathleen, Kay, Kate, Kathy. How could I have been all of them? And all at the same time? The only stability in each reality is another shifter, Luke. But Luke is a stranger with his own past, his own secrets. Can he be trusted, or is he a predator, as her best friend Jen claims? Like the branching limbs of a tree, each choice leads to new possibilities. There's only one problem. You can't go back and undo a decision. In the end, Kathleen must trust her heart to choose. So that sounds like just really, really interesting. Really interesting. So I'm really excited to read this one too. I think I say that about all my books because I am. This is really big print. And it's a very short book, again, just under 200 pages. The next book I got is The Mark by Jen Nadal. Awesome, awesome cover. I love how you just, the light just, outlines her laying there and how it focuses on the dandelion. Oh, so pretty. Ooh, and this one hasn't even cracked open. Wow. Oh, yeah, it has. No, it hasn't. Sorry. Cassandra Renfield has always seen the mark, a glow around certain people reminiscent of candlelight. But the one time she mentioned it to someone else, the mark was dismissed as a trick of the light. Cassie starts to consider its rare occurrences insignificant, until the day she watches a man die. After searching her memories, Cassie realizes she can see a person's imminent death, not how or where, only when, today. Armed with a vague understanding of the light, Cassie begins to explore her gift, seeking those marked for death and probing the line between decision and destiny. Though she's careful to hide her secret, even from her new philosophy-obsessed boyfriend, with each impending death comes the temptation to test fate. But so many questions remain. How does the mark work? Why is she the only one who sees it? And finally, the most important of all, if you know today is someone's last, should you tell them? So that sounds really good. And I think Krista from Cubicle Blindness just had this in one of her hauls. So, next book, I was also looking at this book, and I think this is the last one. I think I got the last one of this. Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin, which I still have to read elsewhere by her. That's also a neat cover. Ooh! it's like a marbly, like a gray-blue marble. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a question mark embossed in it. So it's really, really cool. This is an older book because I've seen it around, 2007. If Naomi had picked tails, she would have won the coin toss. She wouldn't have had to go back for the yearbook camera, and she wouldn't have hit her head on the steps. She wouldn't have woken up in an ambulance with amnesia. She certainly would have remembered her boyfriend Ace. She might even have remembered why she fell in love with him in the first place. She would understand why her best friend Will keeps calling her Chief. She'd get all his inside jokes, and maybe he wouldn't be so frustrated with her for forgetting things she can't possibly remember. She'd know about her mom's new family. She'd know about her dad's fiancé. She wouldn't have to spend her junior year relearning all the French she supposedly knew already. She never would have met James, the boy with the questionable past and the even fuzzier future, who tells her he once wanted to kiss her. She wouldn't have wanted to kiss him back. But Naomi picked heads. So that also sounds really good. The next book I got is called Hater by David Moody, and it is an awesome cover. Awesome, awesome. I love the red. As you guys know, I love white covers, and then I love red, so it's just perfect. This one says, society is rocked by a sudden increase in the number of violent assaults on individuals. Christened haters by the media, the attackers strike without warning, killing all who cross their path. The assaults are brutal, remorseless, and extreme. Within seconds, normally rational, self-controlled people become frenzied, vicious killers. There are no apparent links as 100 random attacks become 1,000, and then hundreds of thousands. Everyone, irrespective of gender, age, race, or any other difference, has the potential to become a victim or a hater. So that also. Oh, and look at that picture of David Moody. That's so cool. So, next one. Lizard People by Charlie Price. When I first heard this, because I passed over this book quite a few times and thinking lizard people, the title did not draw me in. But then after you see it so many times, you're intrigued by, okay, what the heck is this about? And it sounded pretty good. Ben Mander's junior year is derailed when his mentally ill mother erupts in the school office. You meet the nicest people in the lobby of a psychiatric hospital, says Ben about his mysterious new friend Marco, who also has a mentally ill mother. Marco tells a story that turns Ben's idea of reality upside down. Soon Marco's tale begins to uncomfortably mirror Ben's own life. Is Ben losing his grip, or is he experiencing an unforeseen boundary between time and space? Lizard People races along the edge of madness as Ben wrestles with his grayest fear, that deep within him lie the seeds of his own insanity. The author of Dead Connection proves once again that what goes on in our own minds just may be the scariest thing of all. So another one that sounds good. Then I got Birthmarked by Craig M. O'Brien, which I've seen this at my library quite a few times. And I think I might have got it one time and put it in a haul. I never ended up reading it. This says, in the future, in a world baked dry by the harsh sun, there are those who live inside the wall, and those like 16-year-old midwife Gaia Stone, who lives outside. Gaia has always believed it is her duty, with her mother, to hand over a small quota of babies to the Enclave. But when Gaia's mother and father are arrested by the very people they so dutifully serve, Gaia is forced to question everything she has been taught to believe. Gaia's choice is now simple. Enter the world of the Enclave to rescue her parents or die trying. So it's definitely a dystopian book, and yeah, this one sounds pretty good. This one is like 350 something pages. So this is one of the longer ones. Then I got Cold Hands, Warm Heart by Jill Wolfson. This is a short book, like height-wise. It says, Danny was born with her heart on the wrong side of her body. Ah! You know, you're seeing the seams coming apart. Can you guys see that? And this wasn't even like a scratch and dent copy. Jerks. Anyway, Danny was born with her heart on the wrong side of her body. In her 15 years of life, she's had more doctors' appointments, x-rays and tests, and eaten more green hospital jello than she cares to think about. 14-year-old Amanda is a competitive gymnast. Her body a small package of sleek muscles and perfect health. The two girls don't know each other, don't go to the same school, don't have any friends in common, but their lives are about to collide. I believe this is about organ donors. Organ donors. So, yeah, this sounded really interesting because of that reason. And the last hardback I have, I was watching Ellen Hopkins' live chat last night, and she was talking about how her and Neal Shusterman are talking about collaborating on a book together. And so she recommended one of Neal's books to us, and I happen to have ordered it already, so it was kind of cool. Bruiser by Neal Shusterman. And I think Krista had this in her haul too. Let's see. You know what? I don't like reading. Let me see if it has a summary. Oh, this is neat. I believe this is about bullying. I want to see if it has a... You know how they have that summary? It doesn't have that summary. But yeah, this is about bullying. Okay, so that's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hardbacks, and 2 paperbacks. I will do the other paperbacks in another video. Okay, bye.